Hello, hello. I'm out here at the Concrete Jungle Base Camp. Actually, it's a pile of rocks. But I'm going to show you something a little different today. And you've probably seen this, but you're going to get to hear it from my angle. You know what this is? Ah, sure you do. You've seen it before. If you've ever watched a survival show, you've seen guys use this. They're kind of obsessed with them, and for good reason. They're pretty nice. This is a ferrocerium rod made by Baylite. Basically, what does it do? It creates sparks. How does it do that? You need one of these. So this is a Moriniv survival knife. Cannot remember the model number of it. You notice the blade is dirty? Yeah. This ain't one of those shows. I hate guys that do reviews and they don't ever use the stuff. So typically anything you see me use on here is going to be all sorts of beat to hell. So survival knife or any knife, the key is you've got to have a 90-degree edge on the back of the knife. That's what's going to do this for you. I've seen guys before that will take the edge of their knife and sometimes they use the very back of it here and they go like that. Don't do that. That's not good. That's not good on your knife. It's not good for these. But what you do is you basically lay your knife right on it. You can lay it straight on. I like to tilt it this way. Personal preference probably. But what you're going to do is you're going to slide the knife forward with a fair amount of force. Just like that. Isn't that cool? No, that's not cool. You got to use a little force, and if you do it right, it doesn't work. There we go. Maybe you'll do it if you can see it. Okay, so obviously this mixed with this can make sparks. How does that work? Why does it do it? Well, basically what we're relying on is friction. When we slide our knife across it, putting pressure here, as you can see, it actually will cause a little bit of burn scar on your knife. Yep, camera's not going to focus, of course. There we go. Causes a little bit of burn scar on there. And what it's doing is it's creating so much force and it's shaving this ferrocerium off of this rod. Just shaving it off in little shavings. So we get that. And that creates a lot of heat. So there again, you can see it will mar up the back of your knife, so use one that you're comfortable with tearing up. This knife, like I said, is made by Moriniv. It comes with a sharpening stone. I'll be honest, I don't really like this. I don't use it. But it does come with its own little ferrocerium rod. This guy is a smaller version of this guy. But he works about the same. This one, you can see it's been sitting for a while. It doesn't have any shiny on it, so let's see if it works. Nope. Oh, there it is. Works pretty nice. So what does that mean for you? Well, these are amazing fire starters, as I've previously stated. And I'm sure none of you want to sit here and watch me just throw sparks at a fireplace. You want to see some actual action. So we're going to use these. These are called Mini Infernos. They are sold by the Pathfinder School. Bought them online. You can make these yourself. These are really simple. What is it? So if you've ever seen your wife put on makeup, she may have these little discs that she uses to put her makeup on. They're just a cotton disc like that. I think they're a little bigger. Anyway, so that's essentially what this is, and it's soaked in wax. So as it stands right now, this isn't going to do much for us. So we set this here and we throw some sparks at it. Probably nothing's going to happen. Two things on that. One, I was a little far away. Two, you can see there we did get a tiny little bit of burn, but not enough to do anything. This isn't going to help us. But what we can do take this guy and break him up like so. Tear it a little bit. What we're doing is we're wanting to allow that spark to get down inside there and really get in there and ignite. And we've kind of fluffed up the center here too, broken up some of that wax. So now it's all floppy. What do you think? Is it going to work now? What I didn't do last time was I held this way too far away. This is going to really diminish your chances of getting a spark. But if we get down on here, and the best way to do it, take your fire steel or ferro rod, put it right on there. Okay, now we have an ember already. Nope, went out. You can lay it on there and just looky there. That's how it works. Like I said, I'm sure you've seen this 100 times. And there's a bonus, what we can do then to help it go. And this will burn for a little bit, but we want to really get something going. So we can make what's called a feather stick. And all I'm doing here, and again, I'm sure you've seen this a million times. Apparently I'm not very good at it from this angle. We're going to come in here and we're going to make little shavings on this stick like that. Now if I hold that over the fire, those little shavings, although these are kind of wet, we've had some rain up here, these little shavings are going to catch fire a lot better than a bigger stick. And you can see there, they're not wanting to stay lit again because we have had some rain out here, and all my brush is pretty damp, but we can do it again. When you're doing this, you just want to be real consistent with your pressure. That's where I kind of screw up. I get a little bit excited. And I see, like that, I go a little bit too hard. Actually, most times will use my thumb to kind of guide. Like so. There we go, now we're moving. Okay, now if we look at that, nice bunch of feathers in there. And we can do it again from a little bit different angle. Now again, this wood is wet. So it's not wanting to light very well, is it? So if I was trapped out here at night and I had to make a fire to stay warm or to eat or whatever, I might be in a little bit of trouble. Now this is in no way on the level of, say, Ray Mears or Dave Canterbury, but so don't compare me to them. I'm still learning. I follow them and learn from them every chance I get. All right, we got another one going there. Lay him down. Now, ideally, if I wanted a real fire going, I wouldn't just be using 2 sticks. I'd have a bunch of sticks out in here. Start with about the size of a pencil lead, and then from there, you go about the size of your pinky, and then on up for your kindling. So there again, wet wood. It's just burning slow. It's not wanting to burn. But the fire steel did its job. As you can see, that little round is starting to finally burn out. You get about 5 minutes out of it, and then they burn out. I know it's been probably kind of boring, but like I said, just starting out. So if you want to learn more, I'll do some more videos. Like and subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys.